Hi everyone, in the previous sessions we have gone through Python operators and expressions, Python conditional statements, and also a little bit introduction on Python data structures and the types of Python data structures that are nothing but built-in and user defined data structures, and we already have a practical view on these two data structures. And in the today's session we are going to discuss about list, which is one of the built-in data structure in Python. So basically the list is useful for storing the multiple values in it, where you can see here 1 2 3 4 5, where we have multiple values. In the same way we have another list like 10 2 6 and 4 5. These we can say it as a multiple values, and these values are specifically enclosed in the square brackets, and each value is separated by the comma. So after storing the values in the list, in the back end the elements are stored in the sequence like this. Like at the 0th index the 1 will be stored, at the 1th index we will have 2, at the 2nd index we will have 3, at the 3rd index we will have a 4, and at the 4th index we will have a 5. So basically the indexing will be start from 0, not from the 1. That is the key point in the list methods. Okay, we have here this image represents the list methods, where we have an index method, append method, extend, insert, pop, remove, clear, reverse, sort and count. In this today's video we will deeply discuss about these methods with the practical one. Let's have a look on sample methods like reverse and sort methods, so understand how the lists are stored in the memory at the back end. So the reverse method is basically useful for reversing of a list. Here you can see 1 2 3 4 5 as a list, and these values are stored in the list 1. These values are reversed with the help of reverse function in Python, where you can see at the 0th index we have 5, at the 1st index we have 4, at the 2nd index we have 3, and at the 3rd index we have 2, and the 4th index we will have a 1. So in this way, whatever the function we will use, like it can be index, append, extend, pop, and so on, the methods that we are going to apply, the list will be modified in Python. So let us see a practical view on all of these methods, so you better understand in a clear way. Without any further delay, let's get started. Whenever we want to remove an element from the list, like at that time we will use the pop method. Like whenever we want to remove the element from the list, we will use pop method in Python. We will use pop method in Python. So the syntax for it is list name dot pop function, where this basically removes the by default it removes the last element from the list. Suppose if we want to remove the specific element, then we need to specify it. So the list name dot pop of a particular element. So this actually removes removes the particular element from the list. So let me print my list one. For suppose I want to take a new list, so I'll take a list 4 equal to some values 56 learn and then length and some other elements like arithmetic error or something insertion error. This can be my values. I want to remove 56 from the for suppose if I use pop, let's see how what element is get removed from the list 4. See the last element, that is nothing but the assertion error is removed from the list as it is a last element. So make it as a comment that doesn't show any error. So if I want to remove this large string, that is nothing but the arithmetic error, so I'll specify it list 4 dot pop of arithmetic error, and again print my modified list. So here it gives me the str object cannot be interpreted. So the key point is that we need to pass the index, not the element. So in this case the index will be 2. So if I rerun it, so the element is removed. So we need to give the index of the element and not the element. So this is about the pop method in Python, which is useful for removing the elements from the list. And if we want to clear the complete list, for suppose I want my list to be like this and no values to be present, no values to be presented in the list, at that time we will use clear method in Python. So the syntax will be list name dot clear. So print clear the list for an instance. And I write let's consider list 4 dot clear, and then print me the list 4. Let's see whether it removes all the elements from the list 4. See, the list is cleared, which means the all elements are removed at a time. So here all the elements are removed at a time from the list. For suppose now I want to reverse the element from a list. At that time we will use the reverse method in Python, which helps us to reverse the list. Nothing but useful for reversing a list in Python. So the syntax will be list name dot reverse function. So this basically reverse my list. Let me check first. Let me print the list one again for the sake. So it is printing as the first element is 12 and the last element is 56. I want to reverse the list one, so I'll use list one dot reverse function, and I print the same list one. So here let's see how the output is generated. So the last element of the list one, that is nothing but the 56, is placed at the first index, and the first element of the list one is placed at the last index. This is how we will reverse an element in a list in Python. For suppose if we want to sort the elements from ascending to descending order or the descending to ascending order, then we will use the sort method in Python, which is useful for ordering the elements. From ascending to descending or from a descending to ascending. Or descending to ascending. So the syntax for this will be, we will use list name dot sort. So let's see whether this function, this sort function, is applicable for the different elements in Python. See, it is showing me the error that is not supported, as we have a string element that is nothing but the k. So the sort elements is basically applicable for only the same type of data. So sort is applicable for the same type of data, not for the different ones. Okay, not for the different ones. For suppose I'll create a new list with the list of 5, and I'll give the integers like 12, 89 and 32 and 78, where my list needs to be sorted. And print me the sorted list. So here we can see the first element is 12 and the 89 is the higher value than 32 and 78. So those are placed before the 89. 32, 78 and 89. For suppose if we use some other list like list 6 equal to, I'll use A alphabet and B alphabet and K Okay, alphabet, and I'll go with B also. Let's see whether it can sort the string. Right now it means we have a same elements here. Let's just print it. See here, the same elements are sorted, where we have A, B, K and P, which are sorted in order from ascending to descending in Python. So the sort method is useful for ordering the elements, but we need to have the same type of data but not the different type of data. So the data types that are already discussed in the previous sessions, you can go through it and come back here. So, and last but not the least method, that is nothing but the count method, where we will see how many times the same element or item is repeated in Python list. So if we have a syntax of it, we'll give the list name dot count of element that we want to see how many times it is repeated in the list, whether the element is duplicated or not. For that we will take some new list equal to something 23 90, and we can also have a different values like hi and hello, and I want to check hi how many times it is repeated in the list. So I'll use ls.count, where ls is my list name and count is a method, and I want to calculate the count of hi, and just print the count and run it. So the two times the hi is repeated, so one is at the third index and the other is the fifth index. So basically the count starts from 1, not from the 0. Starts from 1, not from the 0. This is about a small practical session on the list methods. Let's go back to our presentation. So this all list methods are discussed right now: index, append, extend, insert, pop, remove, clear, reverse sort and count. So this is about the list methods in the today's video or the today's session. In the upcoming sessions, we are going to discuss about set, dictionary, tuples and lot more. That's it about the today's session. Thank you and have a nice day. This is Gayatri from Learning and Expertise signing off.